Hello everyone, and welcome back to the farmstead of Stoneward. Made some good progress last week, adding this fishing hut and this brand new path going along this lake here. And we got this nice new wall along our wheat farm here, which is pretty nice. We are closing in on day 100. We're on day 88 right now. We're getting very close. I've already constructed the firework rockets that we'll be using to celebrate day 100, but for right now I think the next thing that we need to do is our storage solution. I think that is the biggest thing that is in our best interest at this point. Oh my, here comes a little unpleasant surprise here. Alright, good kill, good kill. And I think that there's 3 stages of this. There is, well, I guess maybe 4, maybe 3 or 4. The first one, and I think the biggest one, is just general storage. So we're gonna have to do some sort of a warehouse kind of thing. I think to kind of keep it aesthetically with what we are wanting to have for the world. Our carrots are growing quite nicely, by the way. It looks like something walked through it, which is not pleasant, but, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Anyway, the next one is mine storage, so I think we're going to have to do a separate thing as well, and I'm wanting to do a couple things over here, maybe possibly like a rock, storehouse kind of thing. So anything that we take out of the mine can go into that, plus another building possibly over there with a smelting function to it. So we have a smelting house over there and a storage thing for all of our stone and deep slate and everything else that we pull out of this mine in our adventures. The next thing is our farms. I think we're going to need to build a barn at some point. The production for the actual fields part of the farm is actually starting to swing into full production here. This is actually looking really nice now. The carrots are expanding, the potatoes are expanding, the beetroots I think are going to get overgrown by the potatoes, and I'm honestly not sad about that, to be totally honest with you. I think the potatoes have a bit more use personally, but so we're going to need a warehouse, a general warehouse. We're going to need a rock warehouse, like a stone warehouse. We're going to need a smelting house for production over there. We're also going to need a barn for all of our field harvesting. And then we're also going to need some sort of thing for our animals over here as well. So that's another big thing. But then the final thing, and I think this is where we're going to start, is the beginning of the storage solution is finding storage at home. And we have a very outdated home with the A-frame cabin that we built in our first couple of episodes. It served us well, but 2 things. It doesn't have really any storage. There's just a couple of chests in here. There's not much room to expand either. So I'm thinking that I might take this episode and rebuild our house to kind of also bring it into the aesthetic that we're wanting to build the rest of the series in. So the first stage of that obviously is deconstructing this one. So I'm not going to bore you guys with that process, but I will cut back in just a moment and I will have it all done. So before I forget, this last week, we found these 3 dogs, obviously. I asked everybody, all of you guys, to leave comments for the names of them. And there were some interesting additions. I think my favorite one was for the one that was on the bed, which is the one that's off to the right as you're looking at it right there. This one, by ChexFlex890, is Teddy. So the younger dog, the one that was real small in the last episode, that was on the bed, is named Teddy. So now we have Lottie and Teddy as our 2 first named pets. So if you guys have any more suggestions for names for the two parents here, let me know down in the comments section. I'll pick my favorites for next week's episode. All right, everybody, welcome back to the morning of day 90. The entire house has been deconstructed at this point, and it's time to start building our new one. It's not every day you get to build your dream house. Alright, so we're going to be doing kind of a similar building style to the sawmill over here with wood log supports, kind of a stone brick kind of base layer, and then up to wood up in the upper layer. I think that's going to be rather fun, to be honest with you. We do need more wood, however, so I'm going to start chopping down some of the stuff that's over here. Not necessarily using that axe survived all the way through the deconstruction of that house. I can't believe it actually lasted that long. That's crazy. I'm going to build a new axe, and then we'll get onto that. And don't worry about the dogs. They've been moved to a safe distance. They get to sit here and watch the construction process. Alright, so we got the two logs, so I might as well. I kind of liked where it was positioned, actually, so I think I'm going to do that and have first set there with our only logs as of yet, so we'll do that. I might replant some bigger trees over here to kind of keep this looking cool. After we're done with this, though, I might continue farming more of these smaller ones in the meantime, because we're going to need a lot of wood. We have a lot of the processed wood, like we have a lot of planks and stairs and slabs and stuff like that, but not a lot of logs, so we're going to have to keep working on that. The weird visual effect from last week seems to have gone away as well. Looked super smoky in the last episode, but all clear now. We're doing okay. Yeah, so these ones, we've gotten a substantial amount of saplings for these, so I think we'll be okay for now. So what I'm going to do is cut these down and move on to just planting spruce here for a little while until we come up with a need for these. Obviously, we're going to pick up as many saplings as we can. I'd like to have a good stock on hand in case I need to build a wood farm real quick. And sticks are always nice as well. Some saplings that never got a chance to grow under here, so at least some will be automatically growing as we're doing this. So we got half a stack or so. Let's grab what has fallen out, and then we'll start into actually plotting the ground for this thing. Well, those foxes have kind of gotten themselves stuck out here. Lottie the oxalotl is particularly enjoying the endless spawn of salmon that keeps coming in here. Just like that. It's quite fun to watch. Okay. Got some more stuff for that. I just want to make sure that there's no like random pieces of wood that are preventing any of this decomposition. Doesn't look like there is. Looks like we got it all pretty well. Seeing this cleared out is going to be interesting as well. I've been trying to sort of brainstorm like what we're going to do off this direction. Like obviously we have the sawmill here, and it kind of veers off to the mines on that side of the river. But when we built the sawmill, we kind of cut our way through here to kind of connect these two waterways. Ends in a nice little lake right here. So we got to decide, like, you know, what are we gonna do over here? Like this is a very nice area, but thinking possibly expanding that beach out a little bit and just having a path go out. Maybe a small bridge right here straight to it. I think that could work. That way we can get access to that side of the area as well. I think that would be good. Because as much development as we've been doing in the core of Stoneward, it would be nice to start spreading out into the surrounding areas a little bit. I think that would be really nice. Okay, got a couple of things here. And then we'll get to work. There they are. I was waiting for those to fall. Okay. Let's get to work on plotting some of this. We're almost done day 90. It'd be really cool if we could get this done on day 100. Alright, so we have this plotted as the entrance. So we're going to have this right here. I think I even have doors. I'm just going to do that just to get it plotted, and then we'll build the house kind of around it almost. Kind of moved everything we have out over here. Let's see. Doors, there we go. Okay. Yes, we're going to use the doors and the logs to plot where the house is actually going to go, and then we'll build up from there. You know, I honestly kind of like the depth of having kind of a recessed door from the outside. Kind of helps with having a little bit of cover as well, like if you're getting shot at or something like that, you can just kind of duck in here while you get the door opened and everything. I kind of like that quite a bit. I'll grab these saplings and we'll continue. This was kind of a mob spawner of some sort as we were working our way through building the sawmill and everything else in this area. It's been kind of difficult with how many skeletons and not so much zombies, but a lot of skeletons, a lot of creepers coming out of here. So it would be nice to get this broken down once and for all and start getting it built up in a mob-safe sort of way, if you know what I mean. I need to get the bed out. And there we go. Okay, sleeping into day 91. Let's get to work plotting the house. So obviously, I would like to have it on the same spot. That would be really nice. I would like as well to keep the doorways matching up to the paths that are existing, because these paths are rather nice, to be honest with you. Yeah, just kind of like that. I'm going to put the next door right here. These here. There we go. Alright, so exit and entrance on both sides, just like that. Very nice. I would also like to have a little bit more floor space, and I would really like to have a second story. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that. I'm going to do it somewhat similar to that one, where I have like a spacer between each of the wood supports, but there's going to be a lot of wood supports. So what I'm going to do is have 3 set right there. Oh my goodness. 3 set right there. Kind of like that. I'm going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4 set right there. Well, technically 3 set right there. Kind of like that. Going to have 3. Do another one. I might just kind of mirror that, honestly. I might have to redo this. Might do a 2 set here. Let me try that. See if we can get that a little bit more aligned. There. And then 1, 2, 3. Right there, I guess. Is that right? No, that's not right. I would need it to be... I mean, I guess I could do it right there. That would work. But I might do it right here. Get rid of this one. There's another sapling for these. There we go. Another stick way out there. Hold on. Another sapling. Very good. Okay. Alright, so we have this kind of setup right here. So it's kind of slightly rounded, not quite. I'm going to do another one right about I might have to do a little bit of terraforming to keep this off of the house, actually. Let me work on that. There we go. Alright. So yeah, we're just going to mirror the same thing on the other side, I think. But go kind of like this, I think. There we go. And we'll have very similar situation right here. So yeah, this is the center point. So right here, well, let's kind of mirror it on this. So put one right there. Put one right there. There we go. So this seems like a good amount of floor space, I would say. Yeah. I like that. Okay, so we'll go 2 out right there. Let's kind of mirror it on this side, doing the exact same thing. Okay, and that's forward 2, 1 over. Or 2. Is that right? Forward 2, and then 1 over to the front. Ah, yes. 3, and then there. Okay. Kind of like that. But then there's another set right next to it. So the exact same design. Or pattern, I should say. Just like this. 1, 2, this one. Okay, same thing as the sawmill. I'm going to make it look like it's actually going down to the ground. There we go. Okay, so we have our house plotted here. Much bigger than the original one was. And honestly, I kind of like that. Got a very nice floor layout here. So, what we're going to do now is start filling it in, I guess. So I think, well, actually, what I think I'm going to do is here. Let me see if I still have any ladders left. Because obviously we haven't found bamboo yet, so I don't have like real scaffolding. So I could use ladders. I could use dirt. I'll probably use dirt. I've used that as scaffolding for the most part. Ladders are going to be useful, but not like as, you know, versatile, I guess. Okay, so I was going to do this. I'm going to go up one more on all of these. Take ourselves a parkour map here, unfortunately. That's what we're trying to avoid with this series, is that brain rot parkour content that Minecraft seems to have devolved into over the last 10 years. It's really sad. There we go. All right. Got a nice little plot here. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is do cross beams across this entire thing. So what I'm going to need is obviously more dirt to get up to the next level. There we go. So on every outward facing one, here I'm going to have to do this with dirt. Every outward facing one is going to be like that, right? Okay, but then I'll have to get more dirt in here. Okay, so yeah, so every outward facing one is going to be like that. So obviously these two are going to be facing this way. Let me get the dirt in place here, just like this. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on every single one. So these ones will actually be facing this direction. But only the end two on either side are going to be facing outward towards the end, the edges like that. So we'll do that, and then we'll move on to the next phase of this. I don't think we have enough logs at the moment, so I'm gonna, before I get started on this, I'm going to plant a whole bunch of saplings, so that while we're working on this, we can have a whole bunch of logs getting built at the same time. that was an entire stack plus one of spruce saplings. Alright, I'm going to knock this tree down and then we'll go sleep. Okay, so how many sports do we actually have here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double that to 16. We almost have enough logs for this. I think this is going to look pretty cool when it's done. Alright, so we got that done. Lottie the Oxalotl seems to be going on a little adventure, and I don't like that for her. I thought you weren't supposed to be able to escape, Missy. Yeah, get back in there. There's a salmon that needs killing. There you go. Might have to put some raised edges on this thing. Eesh. Okay, let's get back to work. It's just kind of tricky with bedrock, just trying to get it to place off the edge of a block like that. It's useful most of the time, but when you actually like want it to happen, it's a little buggy for some reason. Looks like a couple, maybe one, just one is grown in. This guy's here. Let's go check him out. What do you got for me? I just harvested a bunch of these. I don't need that. Let me see here. Pale oak sapling. Ah. You know, I don't know how many emeralds we have at the moment. Hold on. He is buying a water bucket for 2 emeralds. I might sacrifice one just to do that. Let me go grab the rest of my emeralds. Maybe we don't even need it. I don't know. Pale oak. I have 0 experience with that. Bundle. That's all that stuff. Where's my wallet? Okay, so we have 4. Hold on, he was also doing glass bottles. Do I have any glass on me? Be a lot less expensive than a whole bucket. I don't see any. Got some sand. Hold on, where did that furnace go? We can get this done. We can do this. Okay, I had some coal in here somewhere. Almost a whole stack of coal. That's not bad. Glass bottle. I thought it would be in that one, but I guess not. There it is. Yeah, 3 glass. That's all we need. I might do like 6. See if we can get a couple of sales out of this. But we'll see what happens. Oh, it makes 3. Oh, well that's easy. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just make all the rest of the glass out of that. We'll probably end up needing it at some point. Glass bottles, sir. Full of water. Fresh from the river. Will you purchase this? 1, 2. Alright, perfect. We got ourselves a pale oak sapling. Excellent. Okay, I have no clue what this thing is or what it looks like, so we're just going to plant it right here and see what happens. He agrees. He might be a snake oil salesman, but every once in a while he's got 1 or 2 things that's like, I might need that. Okay, get that done. Right here is the next one. Let's grab our coarse dirt, because I don't care if that one despawns. Oh, that was the wrong block, but that's okay. We could use it. There we go. We have to build ourselves a new axe here in a moment here, but that's alright. Okay, next. This is going to be time consuming, so I might... no, we'll just do the whole thing at the same time. That's alright. That sapling to grow over there, we'll see what it looks like. I remember hearing that the Pale Oak Forest released a few years ago, but like, I have done nothing with it. It was during the time where I wasn't playing a whole lot of Minecraft, so I don't know. I don't know what we're in for. Alright, so we have all of that. Do I have any stone at the moment? We could just... I don't think I do. Yeah, regular stone is in short supply these days, but we do have a lot of material that we could start smelting over there. But I'll wait until we have our blast furnace going for all that. Okay, so for the door frame, I'm going to continue framing that in like that. Going to as well, I think I might do a second one like right there. And then start bridging across this entire thing kind of like this. This one's a little bit more interesting, but just kind of do it like that. Straight right here, and we're out of logs. Oh boy. Oof. It's a lot of logs to break down here. Okay, that'll work. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. The guy literally got stuck in a tree as it grew up around him. Oof, that's a way to die right there. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that must hurt. Alright, so I've got a couple more here. Just going straight out like this. There we go. Kind of wait for the more logs for that. So we're going to do a full ring like that, and that'll be kind of the baseline that we do for the second story. It would probably be a smart idea to, you know, move the bed and everything into the house, you know, once these bottom walls are up. The problem is I'm trying to get the framing done first, which is a little bit against my usual building style, but we're going to see how it looks. Okay, there we go. Across like this. Go. We're missing one log. Okay, yeah, these are growing at an accelerated rate now. It's starting to worry me just a little bit that we're not going to be able to keep up with this, but at least we're going to have a lot of wood. Tons of saplings. When you plant an entire stack of saplings, like you're almost guaranteed one at least per tree. It's a lot of saplings. Okay, so first floor framing is complete. What we're going to do now is frame in the second floor. Maybe. What I might do instead, actually, just so we have something livable, is to wall in the first floor as well. So I think I might do that first. But then again, I could just frame the top floor real quick and just be done with it. I don't know, man. Oh, okay. Options everywhere. We have plenty of logs now to deal with. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, let me see. I think this might take some trial and error. The frame for the bottom layer looks really good, so I don't need that one. I'm gonna try to change it up just slightly for the upper one. Or maybe not. I might not. You know, another thing I'm going to do is instead of this dirt thing, I'm going to actually use some of these hundreds and hundreds of stairs that we have and get the actual staircase in place first. I think that'll help us a little bit. Alright, so what it's going to go, I think I'm going to have it go, still have a little bit of room over there. I think I'll just go up like this. So I'll start it like right there. The next one there. I'm hoping that this will properly go up over the door so that it doesn't really feel cramped or anything like that. I'll come up with a better way to support that eventually, but there we go. So now we have a real way up onto the second level. Okay, so now, alright, so while I do this, let me think of a way to actually properly do it. So what I'm thinking through right now is there is a very nice platform that we can use for the second floor up there. The problem is the framing. So I do want to have these log frames in position to be able to actually support up further. I guess that's how I would do it. Yeah, logically, like the support for the second floor would go all the way down to the ground. It wouldn't be built into like a corner or anything. We could do that. It would make sense a little bit. I just got to decide if I want to have that cross beam flush with the rest of it, or if I want to have it like outside or even recessed into it a little bit. I don't know. Like I could have the outside kind of hang out a little bit if I wanted to. It's possible. I'm not sure. All right, let me try this again. So if I had a frame right here, just kind of mirror the same way we went up. What I might do is make a second cross beam right here. Let me get rid of this. Just kind of like that. And then do the exact same thing on the other side. So right here. Yeah, so this makes sense. There we go. Yeah, so this, yeah, actual houses are built like this. What was I thinking? Okay, so yeah, so obviously we're gonna have to figure this one out just for the headspace for the stairs, but I think we can figure that out another way. Possibly move the stairs forward one. Let's try that. Okay, so let's move the stairs forward one. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, so this will work. It still does not intersect with the doorway, but it still gets us up here without bumping our heads on that beam. I think that works. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Alright, so that'll work. Let me get... Should I do another one? I think I might. I kind of like how this looks, to be honest with you. Do another one across, like right here. We got the logs for it, we might as well. Debating if I should do one across there or not, but I don't know. Definitely over here, though. Kind of like that. Okay, so then now we mark the exact spots for the upstairs framing. What did we grow? Oh my goodness, it's like right at the house. We gotta get this thing cut down. It's gonna be so many mobs spawning out of there soon. Okay. Alright, so I'll probably do a couple more right here just for... Yeah, so it's essentially the exact same pattern upstairs as it is downstairs. Except this way we can have hardwoods or whatever the floor is going to be. But then I'm definitely going to do half slabs, but then we'll still have these like natural beams coming over the top of it. I think that's pretty cool. All right, let's get these away from the house. Okay, so that should help a little bit. Looks like the pale oak one still has not grown up, but that's all right. Honestly, it's probably getting interrupted with so many of these other trees growing up in the immediate vicinity. It's probably going to run into some problems. Get these off of the actual house beams here so it actually decompose. There we go. Get Get this one broken down as well. I should be in bed right now. I don't want any mobs to spawn inside this thing. I think they already are. Okay, we gotta go. Three dogs there. Okay, so we got that. All right. Got the sun coming up. Shouldn't be too many mobs over here, I don't think. Just keep your eyes open. Let's get started on this. All right, so how high? We went up 3 high on that one. So it was 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna do the same thing on this level as we did on the last one. Starting to turn into more of a longhouse than a actual house, but this thing is huge. Compared to the old A-frame cabin, this thing is massive. Okay, rattle logs again. I might grab a few, like a stack of planks, not planks, the slabs. That way we can build into the second floor just a little bit so we can have somewhere to walk up there as we're doing the next couple stages. There we go. Just enough to get around. All right. Let me get the crafting table placed so that we can have something to build off. We don't have to go all the way back over there anymore. It's about noon on the day of 94. Making great progress on the house. We have a nice gigantic 2-story log house here. I just fill these holes in with the slabs here real quick. Just to have some working space. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So, where were we? Over here. Lunchtime, everybody. Okay, so we've got the top frame of that done. I'm going to do another round of cross beams just to finish it off. Same thing as we did on the previous one. Hold on, this is... We're off by 1 here. There we go. Okay, so let me... go like this. There we go. All right, so we've got that going for us now. We're going to do more cross beams like this. You know what? I'm just getting an idea here. If I was to... yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So if I was to cut off the end of it, like right here. Cut these ones down completely. There we go. Just like that. And then reclaim this dirt. I know we're having blueprint redesigns in the in the middle of the build, but that's okay. This is too short. How did we do that? We had the crossbeam on the 4th block. That makes more sense. Okay, let me grab these out again. Kind of like that. Okay, and then we'll grab... I'm just going to do it out here. Kind of like this. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing as we did down below. Nope, that's not right. With a outward facing log to top each of these off. I really can't get over how beautiful this area is. It's really nice. Like everything we're adding to it is just turning out so good too. Alright, back on track here. Coming up to the end of day 94. Really wanted to get the house done properly before we went into the day 100 celebrations, as we're meager though they may be. We should be safe up here, honestly. I might just continue working through the night. Yeah, should be alright up here. Fireflies going all the way up here. That's kind of cool. Huh. Oh, Lottie's getting attacked again. We're going to have to go break that up. Sorry about that, Lottie. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go sleep. Dogs are just chilling there. Broke our sword. Enjoy the rotten flesh, everybody. Alright, let's get in here. Okay, so now we've got to just finish topping these things and we'll be on to the next phase, doing the second set of cross beams, and then the framing will be done. Pretty crazy. Whoa, achievement. The healing power of friendship. Team up with an axolotl to win a fight. Pretty sure that's not the first time I've done that, but that's cool. I'll take it. Do the whole run around for this. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just gonna jump up right here. There we go. All right. Losing all of our dirt, unfortunately. Fortunately, I've got a couple of coarse dirts, which will do nicely. Okay, there we go. We have our toppers on this thing. Alright, so let's do the cross beams all the way across. I'm going to do like a little porch, a little deck thing like out on this little path, this little spot right here. Nothing too crazy, doesn't take up a whole lot of floor space. I I think it'll be all right. Just so we have something to be able to get over here with. There we go. All right, break this down. I think we'll be okay without another crossbeam right there, but we'll see. I might do another crossbeam right there. Okay. Yeah, that way we can just have it like that. Okay, let's get more wood. Ah, first rain we've seen in some time. I'm not 100% sure. Does rain have an effect on growing saplings? I mean, this thing's about to explode while we're trying to get this thing cut down. Just have all of them grow at once. That would be crazy. There we go. Alright, so that should be enough logs to finish what we're working on currently. I think that honestly might be enough logs for this build. We'll see. But I think it might be. Let's go around. And there. And there. I'm just going to go right up to the stairs, but not fully connect it, just to kind of keep the look of it without the bumping the head implications there. Okay, perfect. Now, let's get the flooring in. I think I would hit my head on that, right? Yeah. So we'll leave that one empty and keep moving from there. Okay. I'll leave that. Alright, so now that that floor is in, we don't have any trouble of falling while we're doing this. So let's get the rest of these cross beams in. Call it good on this phase. Right here. Cool. Alright, so now all we need to do... Oh my goodness, it grew up right here. Really? Okay, we'll get that disconnected from the house logs. There we go. That'll be fine. Alright, now, still waiting on that pale oak sapling to grow. See what happens there. I like this ceiling this way. Looks really good. Got a couple lanterns here. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, this is going to look really good. Okay. So now that the framing is done, we have the walls and the roof to do. This looks really cool, just as the frame, honestly. And the ceiling is making me really hopeful for this thing. Alright, so let's grab... What are we going to make this out of? Let's see here. grab some of this. And we're gonna have to make a trip to the mines, I think. So that's okay. We can do that. Some fencing. Okay, yeah, let's go make a trip over to the mine after we sleep. Is it actually nighttime? Yeah, it's getting dark. That's all right. We'll make a break for the mine. We'll just close ourselves off in there. It'll be fine. This is quite the difference over here, honestly. Like, it's been the A-frame cabin over there for so long at this point. It's gonna look awesome. Okay, close ourselves off. We have plenty of stuff to work with here. Grab some of this clay as well, just in case. Diorite, honestly, I don't know what I'll use it for, but it looks interesting. Yeah, let's do that. All right, we got a pretty good... Oh, man, here's all the stone that we were needing. Very nice. Grab a whole bunch of that. Grab a whole bunch of that. Drop off one of the stacks here. Grab the other stack of that. Very good, very good. All right, so I'm going to head back over. Keep that closed for the time being until I figure out a good way to keep the mobs out of it, honestly. Once we get the two buildings, like the storage facility and the smelting house over there done, I think it'll be in pretty good shape. Like, there'll be enough light and blockage over there. I don't think it'll be able to spawn any enemies right where we're at. I think that'll be okay. Good old Lottie. Our first pet. And now Teddy, our second pet. Still looking for names for the other two, everybody. Please leave your comments down below. Oh, where'd you come from? Beat you to death with a hoe. I just took a shot. Hold on. I have virtually no weapons on me. We have enemies. You broke my carrot farm. Oh! Go away. Oh, what is that? I sense brain rot features in Minecraft. Dogs. Want some food? Very good. I'm realizing I could breed them with that. I don't want to do that right now. They've been causing enough problems with how many dogs were approaching us in the last episode. Alright. Okay, I've got another axe. I'll call it good there. Okay, so we have this. Let me switch back over to this. We need to get a ton of these. And we'll kind of do the same thing that we did with the sawmill. Kind of have that design on there, honestly. Just for this first layer. I think we can doctor it up a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Realizing I put that on the wrong spot. Let me grab my pickaxe. Forgot this one is recessed in on the next one, so it kind of looks rounded almost. Kind of like this. There. Kind of like that. I like that. This one is not, however. Okay, so I'm just going to get all of these in, and then we'll start breaking it up for windows and such. Oh my goodness, what was I doing there? I think I did the wrong thing again, didn't I? Or did I? How did I mess that up? Okay, well. How did I mess that up? That is odd. Very strange. Okay, well, I guess we're just like that now. Huh. Oh no. We did the thing. Oh no. Ah, it's wasted. Alright. I'll probably implement that at some point into something else. Or maybe even possibly like the walls up here. But that's okay. You know, I think I messed both of those up actually, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, I did. Here, let me redo that. Just in the interest of getting a little bit more floor space in here, I think it'll be worth it. There. Just a tiny bit more floor space. Okay, how's it looking in here? Not too terrible. Yeah, and we'll kind of spiff it up with some windows and things later. Or maybe not later, but like in a little bit here. Alright, let me get the next set done here. We're just going to do this all the way around for now. Forgot that on that side. There we go. That is how you deal with elevation changes. Looks like I messed this one up too somehow. It's weird I did it mirrored on both sides. Okay, yes, and then same thing as the sawmill. Once we get a better source of moss, I might do something where I'm able to sort of like swap these out with like cracked ones and mossy ones. That way it kind of looks a little bit more weathered and such. For right now, for today, I think I'm just going to leave it until we get that better source of those materials. There we go. All right, so the first floor is walled in. Very nice. Would be nice to have some more light in here, but I guess that's all right. Okay, so the next one. I don't want to have the same type up here. Like I want to have it separated so it looks like it's like a kind of like what we did with that, where I was kind of explaining. I guess the second level's like walls are kind of open on that one, you know. But it's like in this situation, I'd like to have it so it's like not as heavy of a material, kind of down on this side, so that we can make it look almost like a slightly, you know, medieval style building, you know, where they had a lot more stone down at the bottom of it. But then there's more wood or thatch or whatever up on the top. Kind of keeping it believable at the same time as having it, you know, set up in a way like that. Okay. I do have a different idea for this one, though. Let me see. Here, let me get some more cobblestone smelting over here, so that we can have better access to some of these stone elements that we're going to need for like the end caps for these and such like that. Okay, so another thing I needed to get, I forgot to grab it while we're over there, is... Oh, I guess we already have it. It's these stairs. Yeah, so we're going to do that. I'm going to swap... Let me dump a couple of things off here real fast. Let me put my emerald back in my wallet. Put the water bottle away. Put the big stack of saplings away. The paper, that kind of thing. We're on day 96 now. We're almost there to day 100. Almost there indeed. Okay, grab a couple more of these. I might use those for the windows again, just like I did the original. Yeah, so let me do that real quick. I'm going to kind of redesign this slightly so it's not like this flat. I think, hold on, I'm able to make stairs out of those, aren't I? And walls and slabs. Good to know. I should have done that first. Okay, so I'm going to sort of make this slightly different here. Going to attempt like that, so there's some depth to the wall a little bit. I think that would be good. Okay, I'll do the same thing on this level. There we go. I need something to mark the middle of that, and I'm thinking I'm just gonna do, well, you know what I could do? Now that I'm thinking about windows and such. There we go. We got windows. Closable windows. That's the nice thing. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so then as we come up to the top here, probably, now that I'm having a little bit of a boredom, I guess, with building the wall, so I'm just gonna kind of move off just slightly, kind of get some of these other things built in. Kind of clear up some inventory space a little bit as well. There we go. We have our nice little deck here. You can look out at everything. I'll probably end up putting my bed up here, just so that it's more accessible at this stage. And then obviously too, we'll have more light over here. I'm going to split these up so we can have light all through it. I don't want mobs spawning in here now that it's enclosed. There we go. Okay. Now, we need to figure out what we're doing with the walls up here. So, what I'm thinking... we already have problems here. I'm going to go to sleep. Okay. We're going to start thinking roof as well, but the big thing right now is getting that upper wall completed. My goodness, there's a lot of guys over here today. The problem is I'm letting the nighttime fully start before I go to bed, so these guys have a chance to spawn in. I need to go to bed earlier. Which is good advice for everybody, honestly. Go to bed earlier. Okay, so as we reclaim those, there's going to be a lot more opportunities to build more of these stairs. That's not how I wanted that. Okay, so I'm going to have to figure out how to make those curve in on each other like that. So it works if it's sideways like that, but can I get it? No, it's not going to let me. Okay, what if I guide it out? Kind of like that. Dang. Okay, well. Yeah, it's not going to work like that, is it? Okay, so I'll probably just do like this then instead. Would have been nice to have that, but that's okay. There we go. Get some more windows in there. These ones are going to be interesting just because they're on an edge. But let me see. It might still work, honestly. Let me check this out. All right, so we'll get these in here like this. I'll just kind of keep those open now, just get some natural light in there. That'll be fine. I think next for these, I'm going to try it. It might still work, honestly. I think it might actually be arranged properly that we can do it correctly. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, it is. Still perfect. All right. Very good. So yeah, so this way, instead of just having windows, I mean, obviously it's the same thing as the A-frame cabin. They are windows. They're openable, closable, obviously, when you want them to be. Nothing can get in, but you can shoot out, which is really nice. So yeah, obviously the end ones are only going to be, they're the only ones that are going to be able to have 3, which is fine. I mean, it works just all right. Like this, this, very nice. It's kind of just going to be the exact same thing all the way around. There's proof that those corner ones do, in fact, work. Okay, it's also the end ones that are going to be the only ones that can wrap around like this, kind of have a little bit slightly different design. Unless you guys can figure out a way to get those 2 ones to work. I don't know. I'm okay with it like this, honestly. Okay, we're getting close. We can actually calculate how many more stairs we're going to need. There we go. Alright, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I think we're only going to need, yeah, it's 10 more stairs. What I might do is just build the dirt out around this. Just to save on materials just a little bit. Honestly, I think this is I think this is the biggest build that we've done yet in this world. It's turning out pretty good. Alright, let me just dig out all of these and use them to build the stairs. Go. Okay, let's go build some more stairs. We only need 10. No, right? 2, 4. No, it's 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20 is what we actually need. I miscalculated there. That is all right, though. Okay. So we'll get this done. Let me grab a whole bunch of those. And then I believe there were 16 posts, so we're going to need 16 of these. There we go. Okay, plus the stairs. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. That should be all we need. And then as soon as these walls are done, the first level at least will be livable. Of course, it would be nice to have more light, but you know. Oh, that's not what I want. How do we handle this? Is there any way to get it to spawn naturally? That might be a problem. Let me think there. Let me see. Could change the type of stair. We could do like a slab increase on there, just to make it a little bit less. Oop, there. That's not what we're wanting. It's not the best solution, but it still works. But it allows that wall to stay in the proper spot. I might do that instead. Okay. The end of day 97, everybody. All right, so the first level is complete. Very nice. So another thing I'm wanting to do is just kind of do kind of the same thing that we did with the sawmills. Just kind of do this. Because we are going to have to do that log in there, but that's okay. There we go. There. Yeah, that works for me. Okay, we'll keep these ones going. Yeah, that works. That's alright. The grass will grow into those. It won't look as unnatural. Still have a shovel. I mean, I could re-round this out a little bit. There. Regular dirt. That almost looks too square. There. Okay, so we've got that. Let's continue these walls all the way around. Going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more of these walls. I'm going to sleep real quick. before all the mobs spawn in. And here we are on day 98. Alright, another thing I'm wanting to do as well is these buttons, but we're going to need 6 more walls. Okay, these dogs are making some ridiculous noises. So yeah, obviously not all of them are going to be doing possible with this, just because it takes up the same spot. But just the outward facing one is necessary. I did not get enough of these, but that's okay. We're going to need a bunch more for the top one, I think, but the roof might cover that. We'll see. Let's get those in there because we're going to set the roof here in a moment. So the other thing, yeah, so finishing up these walls. Like this. Uh-oh. Place these coarse dirt parts in here as well. Okay, so those will grow in as podzol or grass blocks as they need to. This there, that one there, and that one there. All right, the bottom level is complete, everybody. I'm loving it. Looks really good. So now we got to figure out the top layer. Where's Lottie? Lottie? Where's Lottie? Lottie, what are you... Oh my goodness. Hold on. This hasn't happened at all before this episode. Lottie, what are you doing over here? Come on. Back in your pond. There. Go hunt some salmon. Have fun. Alright, so our next thing is obviously these stone buttons, but I'll grab more of those once we're ready for the top layer here. The next thing is these upper walls. So what we're going to do with that is I think... Okay, so there's two options. We could either do it with just regular spruce colors, or we could do it with stone. I think I might do it with the stone again. It's honestly, it looks really good. Yeah, I think it looks really nice. So I think I'll do that. Okay, so let me grab these and we'll head up top and get that started. This is a problem. See? Yeah, so see, it works. All right, so yes, we have basically, essentially the same exact design just up there. Obviously the roof is going to come down a little bit, but I think it works. Honestly, I think it does. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That way we can have openable windows across the entire thing. I think it'll be awesome. Okay, so another problem we're having is the roof. So that'll be kind of the next thing. Let me just make a whole bunch more of these. We'll get this going. As far as the roof goes, I have a lot of these planks. I have a ton of these stairs. And then I guess I already have all of the the slabs. Let me see if there's anything left over here that we haven't used yet. Nothing crazy, honestly. I think it's just the same. Okay, that's fine. This thing still hasn't grown. That's very interesting to me. Huh. Alright, let's get the rest of this done. Okay, so as we're coming up to the end of this second story wall system here that we got going, I'm going to, on this one side that's still like this, I'm just going to do it the exact same way that I did down on the bottom and have it 3 wide with the wraparounds. Okay, I place that in there somehow. There. How did I place that through the block? That's weird. Alright. There we go. Alright, so we have our walls in place. Looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. The thing that's really going to tie this together, though, is the roof. Going to close some of these up so you can kind of see how it looks with it like that. I kind of like it. I really do. Okay. Alright, yeah, so the roof is the big thing. We're on the night of day 98 here. With the hope of finishing this on day 100, I'm going to try to get a few things done at once here. And grab all of that stack of those. Gonna grab a whole bunch of these. Don't need saplings. Gonna keep that. This has been going for a while. A few of these buttons here just to finish this off really fast. There we go. I don't think we'll need it on the top one, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so as we have all of that now, let's head up to the top and kind of see where we're at. Lottie seems to be like she's actually still in her thing. Really need to get some light over in this area here. Oh my goodness, there's so many mobs spawning in. Ridiculous. Alright, so to kind of frame this in, I'm going to do this. Just a little bit there, like that. Probably put a button in there as well. Just for fun. That's where we're on the wrong tab there. There we go. Okay, another button there. Okay, so then what I'm also going to do is oh my, he's right below me here. So I'm going to do this as well, just to kind of look like a support for the roof as well. Be kind of nice. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do is some dirt slabs available as well. Let's head up top. I keep hearing something. What is it? It's like a screeching sound over there. Is it a witch? I don't even know. Weird. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to start this a little bit further out than I normally would, and possibly further down too. Let me see. I might go down one like this. Kinda like that, maybe. So I don't want like a super... It's essentially just like a rectangle. It's just a rectangle roof, nothing too crazy. So what I'm going to do is start it a little bit further out, kind of like this. and then possibly do that, and then get rid of this one, and do it like this. So it's kind of slowly sloping up until we hit the edge of this, and then we'll start going up a little steeper with stairs. Okay, so we'll go like that, right? And then we'll hit this, and then we'll start going up a little steeper, I think. Okay, so we've got that. Let me get this done here, and I'll be right back. My goodness, we're getting a trident's thrown at me up here. This is not good. But we have to have this done by day 100. Okay, so I'm just going to go out to the edge of that just for the time being. Because then we're going to try to do a new type of like flare design on the edge. Look at this thing. He's got tridents sticking in the side of my house now. Hopefully he doesn't hit me with those and knock me clean off the roof. But we'll see what happens. He's got a pretty good shot so far. Okay, I'm just going to go right up to there, and then we'll take a break to redecide the design of this here. Almost morning of day 99. We are running out of time to do this project. Okay, so we have the basic design of the roof here. I'm going to go out one more. Like that. Very good. Okay. And then I'd like to go down and actually like see how that looks. With the further out design like that. A little bit concerned that it's going to look stupid. No, I think it looks good. Get a little further away and see how it looks. Haven't really got a good vista shot of this house in the first place yet, have we? Yeah, I like that. Needs to come out this way further. But I think it's good. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do now... Again, I don't know where this guy is. That guy's looking at me, though. The under roof looks really stupid as is, I think. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go up like this. Put more slabs just where the beams already hit it. Because it's on the bottom side of the slabs, so it's I'm not gonna be able to put like a stair below it, unfortunately. But I guess I could do it below that. Here, I need more slabs. Give me a second. Day 99, the morning. We are almost ready. Okay, go down one more. There we go. Okay. So now that that is down like that, we could do like this. Have it make it look like it's actually being held up by these supports. I think that'll look good. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Very good. Okay, so I'll have to go up and do that again. But then that'll be the last time that I do it. I just want to get the idea in before we continue with the rest of the roof. But once the rest of the roof is done, then I'll come back and do this part for the rest of it. Okay. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. Okay, very good. Okay. So now we need to decide if we're going to have a cone style or if it's going to be up and over kind of thing. I think in the... We're essentially taking the A-frame cabin and just making that the roof of the new one is what we're doing. So we're just going to keep doing it like that. Let's get back up there. Okay, so yeah, so it needs to come out over the top of that at the very least, maybe one more. So I'm going to do this. Out one more over the top of that, so that way if it rains, our deck's not getting nailed. But we still get the sunlight in from the sunrise over there. Okay. So then I think we're just climbing with the stairs at this point. So what we're going to do is let me get the base idea of it in first, and then I'll come up with a design for this. So we could have an attic if we wanted to as well. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, so I'm going to have it capped by a spruce slab this time. Oh, no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have it capped by logs going all the way across. Yeah, so that's, I think that's what I'm going to do. Same thing, just like that. Okay, there's the end of it. And then I'm going to put a button on the end of that, like that. Okay, and then it's going to go all the way across this thing. Right, I think that's the right length there. There we go. No, it's not. One more. Then we make one more button for this. There we go. All right, so now we just have to raise the roof up to this level, and we'll be good to go. Hopefully we can get this done before the end of the day. Might have to work all the way through the night on night 99, but we'll make it happen. Okay, so as we're looking at that, what I want to do is one more thing. I might have it come out a little bit for like 2. Here, let me see how that looks. Looks cool, honestly. Yeah, kind of make it look like it swoops up a little bit to that. I kind of like it. Okay, yeah, so another thing too is we're going to have to come up with another brace for that thing as well. Make it look like it's actually being held up. Kind of like that. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, another thing I want to do is I'm about to go out here. There's a a spruce stair like that to kind of make it look like it's rounded up onto it a little bit. I guess this is going quite a bit further, but well, yeah, it is cutting off a few blocks there, which is fine. All right, we can do that. Okay, so yeah, so we'll get to that in a moment. We are running out of time to get to day 100. This might extend past day 100, but that's all right. Let's get this side all fixed up so we can actually get up and down this thing, huh? Okay, looks like the spacing is correct. Very nice. Okay, we're going to run it all the way across this thing. Okay, let me get an eyeball here. I'm trying to make it symmetrical on both sides. So let me see. I'm going to have to get rid of this one and this one. But it should be fine, which means that we're not pulling the stairs in on this side. We're pulling the slabs back, which would be nice to figure out. Okay, so as we get up to where the log ends, only the top two are the ones that actually connect with the tip of it. Okay, so it'll be like, I think we might have already gone one too far here. Hold on. Oh no. I'm gonna go grab that because we need them. Okay. Very sorry for how long this episode is going to be today. But this is a big episode. We are hitting day number 100. We're rebuilding our house. I'll probably save the interior of the house design for another time, but that is all right. Okay, so let's get this side completed as well. That's not what I had it set to do. Okay, so it's just the top two that do that. There we go. We'll go out to the same thing over here. So then now the next two are down below that, I believe. Yeah, plus the first of the slab ones as well. Okay, just like this. There we go. This one's also matched up. Okay, so then we still have to do the slabs on this side, but at least we've got the next little bit done there. There was like 4 zombies that spawned out of that one spot. That was terrible. Okay, so I want to get this side completed because this edge is done. These guys are everywhere down there. They know what tomorrow is. Alright, so believe we're one short on the post on that side. But I can't quite get a good view of this one. Or the post, the beam, the cross beam there. I think we're one short. Did I even put one over here? No. Or yes, I did. It's way back there, though. No, we're fine. Where did Lottie go? Not again. Alright, we'll find her. That's going to be tiring. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is going out to here. And then the next one... So this one goes all the way out to the end of the beam. God dang it, why does it keep doing that? Like that. So it goes all the way out to the end. Right? Oh crap, crap, crap. Death is really what I don't want to have happen today. Oof. Alright, so that one is complete. So this side is done. Let's get this next one done. If I can get at least this half of it done, I can kind of mirror it a little bit better. Okay, that one's done. The next one will come in one short of that. I don't think we went long enough on this. That's okay, we'll get it. There's a skeleton down there that's really wanting to shoot me off of this roof. Creepers and everything. See, this is the problem with having all these trees here. Not lit. Alright, so the top two are like that. The next one is not. Down to the first slab. Okay, and then the last two slabs go out one short of that. Just like that. There we go. Alright, this side is done. This whole side of the roof is complete. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's get this side done and we'll be able to call it a day. The morning of day 100, everybody. Alright, so at the end of day 100, we're going to have ourselves a little fireworks show. Still don't know what that screeching sound is out there. Is it a witch? I don't see one. Oh no. Morning of day 100. Okay, so that one is done. Very good. So this one will go out to that next one. There we go. Alright, so then now we need the slabs on this side. So this is going to be the tough part. Okay, so we got the slab there, so that'll start that one off. Get rid of that. We'll need the slab under it for that. Hey everybody, welcome back. Sorry, I just had a problem with my computer where the recording failed, but to finish up what I was working on here, I kind of wrapped the eaves around just like this with a two slabs there, or I guess you could use like a full block if you wanted to, and then did it like on that one. Just kind of brought it around just a little bit on all sides here, the same thing as before. Nice and easy. But yeah, so if there's anything that got missed in the footage there that you see after this, let me know down in the comment section and I will let you know how I did it. But for now, it is the end of day 100. Let's celebrate. Thank you guys for watching this series up to this point. This has been an awesome time, and I've really enjoyed making this world so far, and I'm really hoping that it turns into something really cool in the near future. And I hope you guys stick around. Here's to 100 days. All right, everybody. So we've just finished up the rest of the house. I did a couple of extra little tidbits in there to get the top of the roof done. In there, we actually have. It looks pretty cool, honestly. The other side here. There we go. That's what we ended up doing. Just a bunch of stairs. If you want to see the details of that, I have a new series starting this next week of more specified tutorial type videos specifically for the builds. So we're still going to be continuing doing this survival series, so don't worry about that. But as we continue to build these larger builds in this, I'm going to be making specific videos specifically for those in order to kind of help people build these if you're actually interested in building some of these structures that we're doing in this, like the sawmill that we did, or this house, or any of the other things that we do here. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. This has been a fun one, a very busy one, honestly. We hit our day 100, got our house completely renovated. It's pretty crazy, honestly. We've done a lot. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.